Before you spend $200,000 building a barndominium, there's a decision most people make in about 10 minutes that affects everything else. The shape. Not the finishes, not the roof style, not the kitchen layout. The shape of the building itself determines your privacy, your natural light, your cost per square foot, your resale value, and how the building sits on your land for the next 40 years. 6 shapes exist. I ranked all of them. The results are not what most people expect. Before the rankings, here's exactly what each shape was judged on. Cost efficiency, how much building you get per dollar spent on framing and roofline complexity. Livability, how the shape functions for real daily life, light, privacy, flow between spaces. And land flexibility, which lot shapes and sizes each layout actually works on. And resale, what the market is doing with each shape right now in 2026. Same criteria, every shape, no favoritism. Let's start at the bottom. Rank 6, the T-shape. The T-shaped barndominium gets built more than it should, and the people who build it usually figure out why it ranked last about 6 months after move-in. The problem is the roofline intersection. Where the top of the T meets the stem, you have a valley, a horizontal crease in the roof where 2 planes meet at an angle. That valley is where water slows, debris collects, and leaks eventually begin. On a metal building in a wet climate, that intersection requires more maintenance attention than any other single point on the structure. Inside, the T creates an awkward spatial logic. The stem of the T becomes a long corridor that connects to the main wing, and corridors in residential construction are dead square footage, space you pay to build and heat but never actually live in. Cost per livable square foot runs 8 to 12% higher than a comparable rectangle because of the roofline complexity and the circulation waste. It's not unlivable, it's just the shape that gives you the least for what you spend. Rank 5, the U-shape. The U-shape is seductive on paper. 3 wings wrapping a courtyard, privacy on 3 sides, an outdoor space that feels protected and intentional. The problem is what happens on the 4th side. The open end of the U faces somewhere, and wherever it faces, a road, a neighbor, a sight line you didn't account for, that open end compromises the entire privacy logic of the shape. You've built 3 walls of enclosure and left one side completely exposed. Fixing it requires a fence, a gate, heavy landscaping, or a very specific lot orientation that most buyers don't have. The U also requires more roofline than the H for equivalent interior square footage, 3 separate roof sections instead of 2, which pushes the framing cost up without a proportional gain in livable space. In the right situation, a south-facing hillside lot where the open end drops away from any neighbor, the U-shape is exceptional. In most situations, the H does everything the U does and does it better. Here's something worth saying before the top 4. The shape you choose isn't just a construction decision, it's a daily life decision. The way morning light enters your kitchen, whether you can sit outside without being watched, whether the person on the other side of the house feels present or absent. Shape determines all of that before a single interior wall goes up, which is exactly why this decision deserves more than 10 minutes. Rank 4, the L shape. The L shape is where the rankings get genuinely competitive. 2 wings meeting at a corner, and that corner creates something valuable, a protected outdoor zone on the interior angle. Not fully enclosed like the H or U, but sheltered enough on 2 sides to feel private and purposeful. A covered patio, an outdoor kitchen, a garden space that the building wraps around without completely enclosing. The roof line is clean, 1 valley intersection at the corner, manageable, well understood by every contractor who's ever built one, and far less problematic than the T's valley placement. Cost efficiency is strong. The L adds character and spatial separation over the rectangle without a significant framing premium, typically 4 to 7% more per square foot than a comparable rectangle. Where it loses ground is on privacy.
The open corner faces outward, and depending on your lot, that exposure can undermine the sheltered feeling the shape promises. For buyers on irregular lots, wedge-shaped parcels, sloped land, the L shape often solves a site problem the rectangle can't. That land flexibility is real and underrated. Rank 4. Honest, capable, slightly underappreciated. Rank 3. The Dogtrot. The Dogtrot is the oldest shape on this list, and in 2026, it's having a moment that nobody fully predicted. 2 separate living volumes connected by a covered, open-air breezeway. The breezeway runs through the center of the building, open on both ends, exposed to the air, functioning as an outdoor room that connects the 2 halves. What the Dogtrot does better than any other shape on this list is passive cooling. In warm climates, the breezeway acts as a natural wind tunnel, pulling air through the center of the building and dropping the ambient temperature of both wings without a single kilowatt of electricity. In Texas, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, builders are rediscovering this and pairing it with modern Barndominium framing to create homes that are both historically rooted and genuinely smart about energy. The separation between wings produces the best natural privacy gradient of any single-story layout. Primary living on one side, bedrooms on the other. The breezeway between them functioning as a decompression zone. Outside air, shade, the sound of whatever is happening on your land. It ranks 3rd rather than higher because the open breezeway is a liability in cold climates and adds roofline complexity that pushes costs slightly above the rectangle baseline. In the right climate, top 2 material. In Minnesota in January, reconsider.
Rank 2. The H shape. The H shape does one thing better than every other shape on this list. It manufactures privacy through geometry rather than purchasing it through acreage. 2 wings connected by a central bridge. The courtyard between them is enclosed on 3 sides by the building itself, protected from sight lines, wind buffered, completely private without a fence or a landscaping budget. Natural light enters from the courtyard into both wings simultaneously. No room in an H-shaped barndominium is far from a window that looks onto something green and sheltered. The livability score on the H is the highest of any shape ranked. The spatial logic is clean. Wings separate different functions, the bridge connects them, the courtyard belongs to everyone inside and no one outside. Where the H loses the top spot is cost. 2 roof lines, a bridge section, more linear feet of exterior wall per square foot of interior area than any other shape. The H typically runs 12 to 18% more per square foot than a rectangle of equivalent interior area. For buyers who can absorb that premium and understand what they're getting for it, the H delivers a living experience the rectangle cannot replicate at any price point. Rank 2, and in warmer climates with the right lot, genuinely argues for the top spot. Rank 1, the rectangle. You expected something more dramatic, I understand. But here's the honest truth about the rectangle that no design-forward Barndominium video will tell you. It wins. Not because it's the most interesting, not because it photographs the best, because it does everything a home needs to do, efficiently, affordably, on almost any lot, with almost any contractor, in almost any climate, without a single compromise forced by roofline complexity. One roof plane or a simple gable, no valleys, no intersections, no drainage problem points. A contractor who has never built a barndominium can frame a rectangle competently. A lender who has never financed a barndominium recognizes a rectangle as a building. Cost per square foot on a rectangle runs 15 to 22% lower than an H shape of equivalent interior area. That gap is a bathroom upgrade, a covered porch, a spray foam insulation upgrade, or 3 months of mortgage payments. And here's what the rectangle gets wrong in the conversation. People assume simple means boring. It doesn't.
the most stunning Barndominium interiors on this channel. Clerestory windows, double-height feature walls, black steel contrast rooms live inside rectangles. The shape is the canvas. What you do inside it is the painting. The rectangle ranks first because it gives the most people the most home for the most honest price every time.
6 shapes. Here's the complete ranking with one line on each. 6. T-shape. Roofline valley and corridor waist make it the most expensive shape for the least return. 5. U-shape. Beautiful concept undermined by an open fourth side that most lots can't solve. 4. L-shape. Genuinely useful on irregular lots. Sheltered corner adds real value. Privacy incomplete. 3. Dogtrot. Climate-dependent genius. In warm states, it belongs in the top 2. Everywhere else, rank 3 is correct. 2. H-shape. The best living experience on this list. The premium is real, but so is what you get for it. 1. Rectangle. Wins on cost, contractor availability, financing, and climate flexibility. The shape that lets everything else be about the life inside it. The right shape for you sits somewhere in that list, and it's determined by your climate, your lot, your budget, and honestly, how much the courtyard matters to you versus how much the savings do. Most people watching this already had a shape in mind before they clicked. Maybe it confirmed it, maybe it shifted something. Either way, the decision deserves this conversation before the contractor pours the slab. Because once the foundation is down, the shape is permanent. Everything else can be changed, the footprint cannot. We have dedicated videos on the H-shape, the Dogtrot, and the rectangle already on this channel, each one going deeper on layouts, cost breakdowns, and design decisions specific to that shape. If your shape ranked lower than you hoped, drop a comment. Tell me which one and tell me why you love it. I've seen people make every shape on this list work beautifully. The ranking is honest, it's not the final word. Subscribe, new video every week. See you in the next one.